Hello, we are going to go over lesson 13-2, tell and write time to the hour. So in the last lesson, you guys learned about analog clocks. The analog clock is on the left here. I'm going to write it out so you can see how you spell it too. So this one is an analog clock on the left. Does anyone know what this clock on the right is called? It's called a digital clock. So a digital clock, you would see for an alarm clock, you can see it on your Chromebook, on your computer. It tells you the time with digits or numbers. So the two things that are, or the thing that is alike between telling time between analog clocks and digital clocks is they both tell you the same time, right? If you have 8 o'clock on the analog clock, you're going to have 8 o'clock on the digital clock. It is going to tell you the same time. That is what is the same about analog clocks and digital clocks. What is different, though, is analog clocks, as you can see, analog clocks use little hands or hour hands and big hands or minute hands. So analog clocks use hands to tell what time it is, and then digital clocks use these colons right here to split up what hour it is and how many minutes there are. So the hour will always go on the left side, the minutes will always go on the right side. So that's the two differences between analog clocks and digital clocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what time does it say on this analog clock. So remember, so the 9 is facing, the little hand or the hour hand is facing the 9. So we're going to put the hour over here, 9. And then remember, like we learned in last lesson, the big hand or the minute hand is on the 12. And when a minute hand hits 12, we say o'clock. So I'm not going to write 9:12 because o'clock means the double zeros, 2 zeros. So it is 9 o'clock. Remember when that 12 hits? Because this is a 0 right here. This is 0 minutes. When it hits that 12, when those minute hands hit that 12. So both these clocks are telling us the same time. The analog clock is telling us 9 o'clock, and the digital clock is telling us 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and do another one. I want you guys to do this one with me, and then you're going to do one on your own. So let's look at our analog clock first. So our minute hand is at the 7. So we are going to put 7 for our hour on our digital clock. And then our big hand is pointed up to that 12. So that means that you say o'clock, and you are going to write 0, 0. Remember, because this is 0 minutes. When it hits that new hour, it starts at 0 minutes, and then it goes to 60 minutes again. So there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So remember that. Put that in your brain. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. You could also count these tick marks right here, all of these, and you could, if you counted all of them, there are going to be 60 because each tick mark is 1 minute, and there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So this time shows us 7 o'clock on the analog clock and on the digital clock. All right, now I want you guys to do one on your own. So go ahead and draw this out and figure out what time this is saying. Let me fix this one. It's not really pointing. There we go. All right, so this is our little hand. So go ahead and pause the video. Actually, sorry. Go ahead and pause this video, figure out what the answer is, what time it is. Write it down, write that digital clock, write that one down, and then go ahead and press play when you guys are ready. All right, so first we're going to look at our hour hand or our little hand. And our little hand tells us that it is 5 or 5. And then we're going to look at our small or our big hand or our minute hand. And our minute hand's on the 12, so that means it's o'clock. So we're going to put 0, changing colors. We're going to put 2 zeros between, remember these are 2 colons that separate our hour and our minutes. So we're going to put the 5 for the hour over here and the minutes, which is 0 minutes because it's that new hour. All right, so I hope you guys got that one right. I have one more I want you guys to do. Remember, you can always pause the video if I'm going too fast. There's one more that I want you guys to do on your own. So go ahead and pause this video again. I want you to write or figure out what time it is and then write it down on a digital clock, and then go ahead and press play when you guys are ready again. All right, so we're gonna look at our little hand or our hour hand, and our little hand is pointed to the 11. So the hour is 11. And then our big hand or our minute hand is pointed to the 12, and that's when we say o'clock. So you're going to put 2 zeros for the minutes because it is 0 minutes right now because it just hit that new hour. So we would say 11 o'clock. And I hope you guys got that one right. You can also do so much practice if you guys have a clock at home. There's also, if you Google, you can use a paper plate as a clock. There's so many things that you can use as clocks to help you get more practice with these analog clocks and digital clocks to be able to tell time. There's also apps that you can get online too that you can just figure out what time it is. You know, the clock spins and then you figure out what time it is. So these, I hope that helped you guys learning about analog clocks and digital clocks to be able to tell and write time to the hour. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.